Hey, welcome to this video. It's Hannes Knechtges. In this video, I want to show you how to finally change in between chords, how to play your favorite song fluently. If you like videos like this, check out my free lessons below this video in the description. There you'll find tons of cool lessons to start out on the guitar. So let's go. If you, for example, want to go from a G major chord, which is something like this, to an A minor chord. I mean, take a look at your fingers. They all have to go to a different fret on a different string. And they have to do it all at once. It's not like only change one finger or something like this. It's 3 fingers going to a different spot. And this is actually what you should do before you start out. Make sure you know the way and the place of every finger by heart, and not something like, okay, I'm on G now, and where was again my index finger on the A minor chord? This is not something that should happen, because you have to think about the positions of the fingers for the next chord. It won't work. You really have to make this kind of dry exercise here and change between chords without actually playing, and make sure, like, where's the middle finger going? Okay, it's going from there to there, and then you do it like this, only for one finger. Don't care for any noises that might occur. Okay, then you do that for the index finger. Goes from the 2nd fret of the A string to the 1st fret of the B string, and it's quite a gap. And then you take the ring finger, going from the 3rd fret of the E string to the 2nd fret of the G string. And so on. I mean, you get the idea. Then you take like all 3 fingers together and do it. Do that for, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It depends on the speed, how long it takes for you to do that, but do it like 50 or 100 times. And try to change the fingers all at once. Not like, okay. Try to do it as slow as it needs to be, but be sure to change the positions of the fingers all at once. And if it's like this, I don't care. Also, you should check, where do you land with your fingers? Are you really playing it with the fingertips or something like this? I don't know, fingers lying like more or less on the fretboard. Try to have the fingers as straight coming from the top on the fretboard and on the strings as possible. Do that in the dry exercise process too. And I mean, your song might have like 4 chords or 5 chords, whatever, or 3 chords, more than 2 actually. But stick for 2 chords when you do that exercise first. Then you go for, maybe the 3rd chord is a D chord. Then you go from A minor to D, and you do the same thing. Okay? First check out which finger has to go where. Okay, index finger from there to there, ring finger from there to there, and middle finger really has to do a jump on the other side of town. And just focus on one hand. I mean, it's difficult to actually play and do 2 things at a time, like strumming and grabbing a chord, and not being sure of one thing. I mean, this is obvious that this cannot really work out properly. And then, after you did that for, I don't know, in total like 10 minutes or whatever, this would be already a really good exercise. And then you can do stuff like this. Just make easy strumming patterns. Then you go to A minor, then you go to D, then you go to G again, and so on. And after a while you can pimp up your strumming pattern, of course, but make sure if you do that, you're doing it on a tempo that you're capable of. Don't do it like that. Do it like this then. Also, there's another tip I want to give you if you're having trouble switching between chords, changing chords in a progression. When you're playing it with a pattern like this, for example, I mean, this is kind of like a basic chord shape and a basic strumming pattern. It doesn't really matter. On the very last upstroke of the pattern, down, down, up, down, up. You know, the very last one, I already lift my fingers and go to the next chord. Did you notice any of that? Because, no, you probably didn't, but this is a common technique when you're doing strumming patterns like this or when you're playing styles like this. Because it's more about this percussive thing going on than it is to have like the chord on the very last strum. Take a close look when I play it slow. For a very short moment, on the last upstroke, I just hit open strings. So it's like down, down, up, down, up. I don't have any chord here, but I'm playing an upstroke. And then on the downstroke, when the pattern starts again and I want to be on A minor, I'm there. Again, last upstroke, open strings. Then I go to D. And again, last upstroke, open strings. I mean, on this slow tempo, it sounds kind of weird, but when I speed it up, sounds good, at least to me. I don't know what you think, but this is not something like cheating or something like this. A guitar is also about percussion and making this rhythm going.